I have it. Yeah, normally. All right, here we go.
Good. Good.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good middle of the night to you in the UK, Mark Nathwani. This is Ken Krell. I'm the founder and executive director of the Institute for Totalpreneurship, where we help entrepreneurs become totalpreneurs because totalpreneurs have it all. And I am thrilled to see you. Hey, Dan's here from Bisbee. God, I haven't seen the name Bisbee in such a long time. When I lived in Phoenix. I see that quite a bit. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay before we jump into the festivities. We've been sound testing off um, the broadcast, but if you can hear me, pop in that you can and where you are coming in from today. You're in for a great treat tonight. Some of you are with me this morning here in Asia. My Aussies are here. San Diego is coming in from Rick, great. And the rest of you guys, we got some nice new faces. We have some of my old favorites. Not that you're old, but you're my favorites, like Alexandrina and Alan and Beth and Dale and Bill and Debbie and Lois. Good to see you. And, well, Rick, of course. Little Rick today, actually. Brenda's in from Las Vegas. Lois is in from Norfolk. That's fantastic. So you're keeping them all up in the U.S. We don't normally do our webinars on this date and time anymore. We used to quite a bit. We thought we'd give it another shot pre-Thanksgiving for you guys. So I'm going to ultimately on the recording cut that date-oriented section, so this can be more of an evergreen thing. So I want to acknowledge you for being here on a Sunday night. For many of you, it's a family evening, and you don't normally do webinars. When in the old days, the old days were like a couple of years ago, we used to do a lot of our webinars on Sunday night, and they were really, really very popular. Judging on the attendance of today, given all the dynamics that we've had, it seems like that's correct again. We'll probably go back to the Sunday evening events for you guys. It's quiet time actually, so you can get to focus, and you're going to love what you're hearing. So, Rick, it's not Sting actually, but you'll see in a second. So I'm going to start. I'm going to count down to three. I'm going to start formally now with Mark, and we'll get to rock and roll. You guys ready? All right. Okay. By the way, feel free to be using the chat today. I will be with the chat. I'm going to let Mark rock and roll. He's got a lot to cover, and for him it's 1 a.m. So please participate in the chat. That will let him know that you're awake, alive, and excited. Because what you're about to hear is going to open up a lot of doors for you. I think it has for me over the years, and I think you'll get a lot of value out of it too. So let me count down to one, and we'll get to rock and roll. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2. Well, good evening, everybody, from Bangkok, Thailand. It's actually morning for us here. Good night to you, Mark, in the UK at 1 a.m. This is Ken Krell. I'm the founder and executive director of the Institute for Totalpreneurship, where we help entrepreneurs become totalpreneurs because totalpreneurs have it all. And you are in for a great treat today with my friend Mark Nathwani. You're going to be hearing over the next few minutes, actually the next hour or so, actually, how you can go ahead and really create content almost instantly. And in addition, you're going to hear how you can get great ideas for your content, create terrific lead magnets, and lay the foundation and the skeleton for a lot of the products and services you'll be offering in addition to the courses you'll be creating for our TP Courses platform. We look at what Mark's going to be sharing with you as really foundational and as a really good shortcut to get the ball rolling and get the foundation started. So that was a beautiful screen, Mark. For a minute, I thought it's Your Holiness. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I want to bring Mark on. You're going to hear more about him over the next bit of time with us today. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Nathwani, are you there and are you ready, sir?
I'm here and I'm really, really trying to stop myself laughing for two things. Firstly, because of that screen by mistake, because the Skype turned on and I tried to turn it off and then I flipped the screen. And the other thing that's really making me laugh, and I'm trying not to, is somebody here has written,
That was Rick.
hardly I've got underwear that is older than
That's
a lot
Rick.
of.
That's Rick. Don't let him know. Don't let him know that he's going to get to you, because otherwise he's going to ruin the entire presentation. You're going to laugh the entire time.
I'm gonna have to close this because that was just hilarious.
That's Rick. That's Rick.
Oh,
Rick will do everything he can to break you up. And Rick, do you feel vindicated now? You won.
No. I've put it away because I cannot afford to be distracted like that. Oh my goodness.
Grazina says your access link didn't work. Nothing from GoToWebinar. I had to register again. Something stuck. Yes, Grazina. God knows. I know it's been bad this week. I want to apologize to you for that right now. We don't normally ever have problems, but it's been kind of a double whammy between GoToWebinar, Optimized Press, and WordPress all rolled into one. WordPress did an update, and we don't like to have it auto update, but apparently it did auto update multiple times, mind you. And Optimized Press was not set to play nicely with the new version of WordPress. So while a lot of you guys had registered, it wasn't registering in with GoToWebinar and wasn't even getting into our system as a registration. It was just went nowhere. So it was pretty bad when we were seeing like no registrations for the webinar. I was like, something's wrong. Then we fixed it, and then it re-updated again. So just really weird. And then GoToWebinar put us into a new version this weekend, and the new version is prettier but not as user friendly and is missing certain things like we normally will send you a reminder immediately before the webinar starts. It says starting now, and it comes from GoToWebinar. They removed that feature. So anyway, so there you go. No, we trust me, darling, we know it's been really bad. So yes, Brizzy is here. So I'm thrilled to hear that. We got a lot of folks in from Brisbane this morning. So Mark, you are I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, because you and I've been friends for so long that I can't even remember what your bio is. But suffice it to say, he's been on the platform with some of these amazing luminaries you see on your screen here, and he's one of the more creative entrepreneurs that I've ever come across in my many years in the business. Mark has been a great friend, and has always been a pleasure to work with. When we did our first live summit, our multi-speaker summit over a few days, Mark was the one speaker who consistently would send me emails saying, "What can I do to help? What can I do to help? What can I do to help?" And so for that, I want to formally acknowledge you and thank you. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm Totalpreneur welcome. Put your hands together for Professor Mark Nathwani. Woohoo!
You know, I appreciate your acknowledgement. I didn't even remember that, but yeah, no, that was awesome fun, man. I remember it was something to do with pizzas. Get the pizzas in or something like that.
It was the Pizza and Profit Workshop that we named it.
Pizza.
The idea was that we were going to have you got to think weird and big, right? So I thought we would have the world's largest virtual pizza party. And that at 6 o'clock at night, I think it was on the first night or the second night, I forget which, of the event, we were all going to have pizza delivered at our house and have the largest pizza party. And we were trying to get Domino's or Pizza Hut to play with us, and they didn't. They didn't even talk to us, acknowledge us at all, which was pretty stupid, actually. But we promoted it that way because in honor really of the Marketers Cruise, which we'll be on in January, each year we're on it. And at midnight, we have the Pizza and Profits connection, which is at the back of the ship. They have a pizza place. It's open 24 hours. So after all the partying is done, we gather at the back of the ship. It's very informal, and we just connect. And we do joint ventures, and we hang out with each other. We get to know each other better. So of course, the big joke on the boat is, what time is midnight Pizza and Profits? Right. So anyway, I'll let you take it away, because you and I could go forever.
We could. Talking about the cruise, if anybody's looking for a roommate, give me a shout, because my guy kind of backed out unexpectedly at the last minute.
He broke up with you. He broke up with you.
He broke up with you. He broke up with me. Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna start.
Let's start.
Ken, let's start. Okay,
Mark,
so as Ken very kindly introduced me, I'm going to introduce him. That this webinar is in association with Your Highness Ken Krell.
You're crazy, man.
And you know, we're going to show you guys. We're going to show you the great amount of synergy between the library and the Totalpreneur courses. Okay. Now, this webinar is going to be about teaching you guys how to be successful, not necessarily by working hard, but being successful by working smart. Now, I'm going to try something here just for a second. I'm going to try and see what this is like without my my headset and mic. Because, you know, I for some reason I cannot hear myself speaking, and that's really, really, really strange. Can you get?
No, Mark, it's distorted. You're gonna have to.
Is it distorted?
Yeah, it's distorted.
Okay. We're gonna go back.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to this again.
Now your volume just dropped dramatically. You had it perfect. You had it perfect.
How's that?
That's better. Thank you. Yes. Now you're good.
Okay.
Now you're good.
We're gonna stick to this. Although I cannot hear myself speaking.
You're gonna learn new skills today.
We're going to learn new skills today. Okay, so you know, guys, we're going to teach you how to work smart, not necessarily working hard. And there's two examples right here of guys that have become successful, not necessarily by working hard 24/7. Obviously, they do that, but they've also become successful by working smart. Okay? There's a big difference there. The presentation content, I'm just going to run through this very briefly with you. We're going to spend a few minutes on my background just so that you know a little bit about me. It's always nice to know a little bit about the presenter. We're going to introduce the over 1 million products library. The library consists of products which are PLR and resale rights. And then we're just going to explain to you what PLR and resale rights are, even though you may say right now, if I asked you to raise your hands, you could all probably tell me what is PLR and resale rights, but I'm just going to explain it to you in an angle perhaps that you may not have seen. We're going to go through some business top tips, secrets unleashed, some income generation strategies, which I'm sure you all guys are going to enjoy. And then at this stage, for me, it's probably going to be close to 1:45 or maybe 2 a.m. So if I am falling asleep, or if any of you guys are kind of getting a bit tired, this is where we're going to absolutely wake you up, because we're going to show you the ingredients to online success, how to get those ingredients, and the entire webinar, guys, is going to be full of lots and lots of content. So please stay focused. I've put that in bold red, so I would like you to stay with us, please. My golden rules, guys, is always give massive value, give outstanding service, have integrity, be different, and respect everyone. Now, I would really like you to home in on the first 2 points. That's value and service, because if by the end of this webinar, in the next hour, if I have failed on those two statements, then you don't need to trust me. So the point here is that if I'm going to go on about giving huge value and great service, then hopefully by the end of the webinar, I'm going to prove that quite clearly. So yeah, as I've said here, write it down or remember those points, because we're going to come back to those a few times. Okay, so the first part of the webinar, just a little bit of background about myself. I've got 30 years experience in business development, wealth creation, personal coaching. I've been the CEO of a public listed company. I'm currently the charter president of one of the world's largest charity clubs. We have over 45,000 clubs worldwide, and for 26 of those years, property mastery. At the age of 16, my first large business deal, I sold 1,000 pieces of Rubik's Magic to Hamleys toy store. Hamleys toy store is in fact, it's the largest toy store in the UK, and I did that without a penny investment. Now, I could probably spend at least 20 minutes just on this slide alone. It was a really exciting story, but that's probably for another day. Likewise, on this slide too, I could probably spend about 20 minutes on this one. But at the age of 19, I borrowed $18,000 from the bank. I put my parents' home on the line. I won't tell you how. And I opened up a video store, and we called it the Fulham Video Vault. And the reason we called it the Video Vault is because downstairs we created the gory horror section that had all these kind of pretty cool spiders, webs, and it was like a real vault. So
oh, that's really cool. I haven't heard that before, Mark. That's really cool.
Yeah. That was really good. So for horror films, people used to go downstairs in like a little dungeon kind of place. So I became the world's. I became the largest video wholesaler and supplier in the southwest of London within months of launch. Now, there is a reason why I mention some of these things in this slide and the next few slides. And the reason I mention these is because I have consistently become a leader in any business that I've been involved in very, very quickly. And I'll explain as we go along how I do that and how you can do that too. And again, one of the reasons is by working smart and not necessarily working hard. So with that, I forced a large competitor 1.2 miles away to close. And what happened here was I put here introduced confectionery and tobacco because on a daily basis we used to see people coming in with their bottles of pop, with their sweets, chocolates, tobacco, magazines, all kinds of stuff. And I was kind of right in the middle, and on four corners of my store, like a little bit to the northwest, a little bit to the northeast, a little bit to the southwest and southeast. In all four corners, there was a tobacco confectionery shop. So in order for people to get to my store, they would have to pass one of these. So either on the way in or way out, they'd pick up their bits and pieces. And my store was quite large, and you could see the way that I'd laid the videos out when I first opened, that you could see the full face. And if there's multiple copies, then I would have you could see towards the end of the second shelf, there's about 7 or 8 copies that's taking up huge amounts of shelf space. So we consolidated. I changed the racking into those ones where the videos kind of slotted on the sides, and I could get 5 times as many videos on the same wall space, as I could having it displayed like this. So that created, really very large amount of free space, and in that free space, I introduced confectionery and tobacco, and this was not my line of business. So what I did was I cut price the tobacco into almost like cost price, and that forced all 4 of those local competitors to close as well. And I sold that business 4 years later for $300,000, which was equivalent to about just over 200,000 UK pounds. So for a young guy, when I started at 19, by like 22 or 23, I'd sold that business. That was huge amounts of money in my pocket at that time. Then I went into the car radio business straight away. One of my video members was actually a car radio installer. He'd installed my Pioneer speakers, those alien-looking things that used to hang above the dashboard. The tweeters used to, I don't know if you remember those things, but they were absolutely cool. So he put those on my dashboard. He put my Pioneer radio in there. As a youngster, obviously, car radio was a huge a passion of mine. I used to love car stereos. So when I sold that business, I approached this guy and I said, "Look, would you be interested in doing something together?" He said yes. We kicked it off, and In-Car Entertainment became the largest independent car radio retailer and reseller in the UK. And within the first year, see again, there's an example that within the first year, I grew to 8 stores. And I beat established and existing businesses in the car radio field, and operated that business for 13 years. Whilst I was in that business, I saw a gap, and vehicle security was big business, but what people expected was that the vehicle security alarm that you have in your car, they expected that to be like a security guard standing over your car with a machine gun, and as soon as somebody touches your car, that the alarm should really destroy them. But in reality, it doesn't do that. All it is a deterrent. And vehicle theft and break-ins for stereos was a huge problem. So I invented a system called Recall. And what Recall did was it allowed you, in fact, let me just explain here. It was the world's first vehicle security device that allows you to stop your car from anywhere in the world using your mobile phone. So I used a paging technology, which was cheaper than GPS GSM, And that company went from 0 to 200 million. And British Aerospace were the shareholders. And at Las Vegas CES, I won the Most Innovative Product of the Year award. In fact, as I present this webinar, just a little bit to my left, I'm looking at that very award that I won at Las Vegas CES all those many millions of moons ago. Now, a bit of background about me. That's what that was. But all that glitters is not gold, is what I've written here. So, we're not here to boast. But the point of that was that, look, all that glitters is not gold. Is that we're born with nothing. That's the first top left-hand side picture. Babies there in their nappies, and we leave with nothing. The gates of heaven there, and in between all of that, life is short. And so I've put here, live it, enjoy it. Let's not get diverted. So, by the age of 39, I'd made mistakes that earned me huge amounts of grey hair. But those grey hairs, each one gave me a lot of experience too. I'd made and lost a lot of money. As you guessed, that $200 million company didn't last very long, soon disappeared. And I've been through my fair share of life's stresses, problems, and mistakes. Does that sound familiar to everybody? And I've got this lost us needs you to volunteer poster right then. I'm sure many of you listening right now, and it does when you're in an audience, heads are nodding, saying, "Yep, Mark, we hear you, buddy." We've been through a few bits of our own issues, and that's stuff, So now, the message here, guys, is what got me through. This is what got me through. The fact that I remained focused on my lifestyle. And, many times in my life, I could have shriveled up, sat in the corner, felt sorry for myself, that the whole world is, collapsed on me. That's not the way to do it. It's human nature. We all do feel like that sometimes, but I can't attend a Tony Robbins event every day. I wish I could, but I need that injection once every couple of years. But the rest of the time, guys, it's the mirror that motivates. It's the mirror that inspires. You gotta do it yourself. You've got to stay focused. And there's a point to all of these slides. And I hope that you very clearly understand the message in these slides. And the message really is that apart from focus, very, very importantly, you have to make a decision in life. And one of the reasons, I go through some of this is that at the end of this webinar, you're going to have to make a decision and you're going to have to take action. And that will produce results. I've always done that. And in this case, it's produced for me the world's largest PLR and resale rights warehouse. And don't forget, guys, the real truthful fact is that once upon a time, I was a total newcomer to all of this. I was a total newbie to all of this. I had no idea what internet marketing, electronic products, any of this stuff is or was. I attended a seminar here at the O2 Centre in London called the Millionaire or Billionaire Boot Camp or something. And I sat there for 3 days listening to 15 speakers, and I was amazed that there's people on the stage that are they're making hundreds of thousands of pounds literally from their laptop or their desk at home, working from home. So and they did that and I did that through making a decision and taking action, and they produced results. So this is actually what happened, and this was in January 2010. This is when I started my internet business, and I started it by spending, well, a little bit more than that. I actually spent £5,000 to go on that seminar. But, to go on seminar. That seminar was free. Then I chose to go with one of the speakers. Out of the 15 speakers, I paid £5,000 to, which is about $7,000 or $8,000, to go on a 3-day course with one of the speakers. And on that 3-day course, the words PLI and resale rights were mentioned very vaguely, and the message really there was that, look, if you're new to this business and you want to make a start without creating your own product, then go online and buy some PLI resale rights products, and away you go. A lot more should have been explained. I had to spend many, many months discovering more for myself, but that whole business concept appealed to me. Being an entrepreneur and a businessman, I thought, well, hang on a minute. If I can buy products which I can replicate, resell, and keep all the money, as an entrepreneur and a businessman, for me, that made a lot of sense. And so I started my internet business by spending £750 in 90 minutes. On the Sunday night, when that course finished, I came home superly excited, floating about 6 inches off the ground, completely visualizing that this business is going to make me a lot of money. The reason I went into this business, my main business, as you know, is real estate. Very, very successful, extremely successful real estate business. But in 2008/2009, it all collapsed. And coincidentally, my nephew wanted to come over to London from north of England, where he lived. He account got closed down for selling fake designer clothing. And in order really to get him set up, I had little choice to sit there with him. And that absolutely 100% totally true story. Got into it completely by accident, really trying to help my nephew at a time when business was bad anyway. So having spent that money in 90 minutes, what came into my head immediately was the word value. And I thought to myself that if I downloaded, I don't know how many products it was, probably about 1,000 products. This is what happens, you see, with online resale rights. You go online, you spend $20 here, $30 here, $50 here, $100 here, and it's just such exciting stuff. That you for $100 you'll get like 20 products, and you think, wow, this is crazy. And then you look at another site, and you think, well, for $297 I'm getting like 1,000 products, and you think, wow, this is brilliant. So I as you do, I started buying them, and within an hour and a half I found myself $750 later, which is about £500, and I had a desktop which was full of product, and I was opening them up and watching the videos and reading the ebooks, and it was really exciting. There were so many topics in there relating to the weekend course, like social media and stuff, which I didn't really understand, because, on those 3 courses, they're not going to explain everything to you in huge amounts of detail. They give you an overview. And then I found myself learning huge amounts from my own products. And by March 2010, by, adding to that content, I had developed the world's largest library, which is now recognized by leading gurus and individuals globally. And it now consists, I'll explain to you in a second, next slide, what it consists of. But, when value came into my mind, I thought to myself, okay, I've got these, whatever, it was roughly about 1,000 products. And if I just paid $750 for these products, could I resell them for $50? And the answer was, quite clearly, yes, of course you can. I'd spent $100 on like 20. So of course somebody's going to pay $50 for all 1,000. So I set up a very simple basic website with 1,000 products on there, and it was like $47 at the end of it, and it was doing really, really well. And through that I got invited to speak on stage, and my first product offering from stage, believe it or not, was $47. I stood there on stage, did an hour's presentation. I just told this true story right up until where we are right now, because it really hadn't gone any further. That I've got, I think I had a couple of thousand products by the time I actually did my first stage performance, and I was selling them for 40 cents. Everybody in the room bought it, every single person. And I've got evidence. I mean, and I was invited week after week. I was invited back because the organizer was like, I've never had a speaker that sells out to everybody in the room, and you're the only one that consistently keeps selling out to everybody in the room. Everybody thinks your product's fantastic. You're getting like 2,000 products for $50, and everybody was buying it. So I kept adding. It went to 5,000 products. I increased the price to $97. I went to $197. Eventually, I found myself selling this product on stage at over $1,500. don't hang up, guys. And we're discussing prices. Stay there because you're not going to pay not even a fraction of that. So relax, enjoy the show, enjoy the content. So it now consists of over 1 million products, and that comprises of over 500,000 ebooks. That covers over 1,000 pages, thousands of valuable audio and video information products, hundreds of thousands of articles across over 700. We say niches, you say niches. I've got graphics, JPEGs, fonts, designs. I've got tutorials, I've got sales pages, I've got templates, I've got images, I've got tones, I've got educational products galore, over 500 topics. It's a great source for countless businesses. Just as a sideline. Doesn't matter what you're doing right now. If you just want to start up a little side website, just on site to make you some money, there's many opportunities from the products that I have in my library, which you could do that with. And the price range of products. So, for example, if you wanted to resell some of those, if you wanted to pull products and resell, you've got products that range from 0 to 2,000, which means you pull down, I don't know, for example, 50 products from the library. You could build like a lead generation website. You could give all 50 of those products away free just to build a list, which is I've built massive lists by doing that. All the way up to selling. I've got Mike Philsame's Butterfly open source on here, and he was selling the resale rights to that product for $500, and I bought that.
I bought it retail for like that much.
Yeah, he was selling it for $19.97, and he sold tens of that. He made like I think over $1 million on that product, and then after a while he offered the open source for $500 with the resale rights, and I bought that. Now that's just one product for $500. I mean I've got over $1 million, not all necessarily that price, but you can imagine. So the library is really it's an answer to almost any question, and it assists all strategies. Period. So who uses these products? It's newcomers to internet marketing and experienced marketers. I've got so many experienced marketers. One awesome guy, a very experienced marketer, Paul Kenkrell himself loves my library. So there you go. Anyone with product uses it, obviously, because it's just full of product and content. I've got many members who have their own product that use the library, and I'll explain to you how you can use the library to market and sell your existing product. We got product creators, obviously, that are members. We've got authors across almost 1,000 niches that use the library, use it for content and all kinds of other stuff. Many from this audience. In fact, that's a good question. That many from this audience. I'm just going to ask you a question in a minute. And anyone age, that should be 8 actually now, because the youngest members, in fact, gone over it actually. And the next question I ask here is why do they use it? And before I go into that, I'm just going to ask you guys to find on your control panel the place where you can raise a hand. If you could just raise a hand. If you've been on my webinar before, either with Ken or one of my ones, if you could raise your hand, and if you're a member of my library, if you could raise a hand, please, I would really appreciate that. I just want to see how many known people we have here, because there's always at least one, if not more.
Looks like you got virgins today, Mark.
I don't believe this. This is the first time. This is history.
Oh, wait. Andrew says many moons ago, but Grazina.
I was like,
yeah.
You just broke my record, you guys. Okay, so we do have one repeat. It always happens. There's always at least one. Thank God. I was getting a bit worried there for a minute.
Well, I'm a repeat, Mark, so that counts.
Good. No, well done. At least we have one. But yeah, it's lovely to have really lovely to have so many new faces. Okay, so guys, why do they use my library? And what is it that's so special about it? So here we are. Resale rights, often called resale rights, and that allows you, as I've just mentioned very briefly, to resell the product time and time again and retain 100% of the revenue. Now, guys, I want you to just spend 10 seconds and think about the power of this. You imagine you can download a product from the library, you can resell it as many times as you like, and keep the money. Now, this statement's going to get more and more powerful in the next couple of minutes. Watch. PLR, which stands for private label rights, it allows you to label the products that you download as your own product with your own name or brand on it, with no royalties to pay. And there's examples here of beans or champagne, or you pick. The reason I've put these there is because when you walk into one of the larger stores, like you have what do you guys have there? You have Target there, you have Walmart there. These stores, you go in there and you'll see, you could probably count a couple of thousand lines which has the store brand on it. But the store doesn't have 2,000 factories to make these products. They simply get somebody else to make them and they whack their label on it. That's basically what my library is. It's a huge factory of product that you could take and slap your label on it. Isn't that awesome? Now, if these big boys can do it, why can't we do it? It works for them. It'll work for us. So now, just imagine for a moment that you had the keys for somewhere like Walmart, for example, and you could go into that store at any time, take whatever you like from their shelves. You could help yourself to wines, TVs, audio, video, go to the garden center, go to the electronics section, go to the clothes section, go to the grocery store, take anything you like, fill up your truck, go sell everything, bank all the money, come back, and keep doing that time and time again without having to pay a penny. What would those set of keys be worth? If I gave you that set of keys and said, here, there you go, you can go into Walmart at any time and do that. You'd have a party, right? You'd have a field day, and those keys would be invaluable. They'd be, you couldn't put a price on it. Now, normally when I'm sitting on a live presenting on a live audience, I would ask at this stage, I would ask you to stand up. Obviously, we can't do that on a webinar, but in a live performance, I'd ask you to stand up. And when I ask you, are you ready to be successful with me? I want you to give me a loud yes. And this is where I love Ken to help us out.
You guys can stand up. So Ken, you guys can stand up. Absolutely. Stand up and have you keep your hands.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah, we can do that. Let's play the game. Let's do like the pizza thing. So, guys, this is time just to shake yourself up. Just, kind of wake up a little bit. And when I ask you, guys, are you ready to be successful with me? I want you to give us a big yes. And I don't know if you can unmute all the mics so we can hear massive yeses.
I can't do it all at one time, unfortunately, on a Mac. But everybody just get ready to pop into the chat. Give me a big yes in the chat.
But okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3, guys, are you ready to be successful with me? Yes. Okay.
All right, I see yeses coming out all over the place.
The kind of atmosphere.
Capital yeses. Exclamation points. Hell yes.
Oh, beautiful. See, we have interaction.
That's it. All right, great.
Good. Okay. Now, some of you may be saying, and this happens in an audience, so I'm sure this is happening here too. That, we said yes. However, Mark, there's a few of you. You're probably saying, look, we don't find it that easy. We'd love to be successful with you, but we don't find it that easy. And so I would say to you guys, well, it is when you know how. And that might sound a bit stupid, but you were saying, well, some of us don't know how. So this is where I ask for a volunteer. So if somebody can raise a hand, and I will let Mr. Ken pick somebody.
Okay, so if you guys don't know how to raise your hand, there's actually a little hand that shows up in the kind of above your name, sort of. If not, just put in a me. Type me in the question box. That would be easier. So do that. Just type in me in the question box. That might be easier for you guys. So just gonna do that. First one that
do we have a volunteer?
Let's see. I'm waiting for it to click. There we go. O'Neill B, you are our winner. Grazino's like, volunteer do what? Well, you got in second. Let's see. Okay, so let's unmute O'Neill B. Let me see if I can find you. And I'm assuming we have your name backwards. So here we go. Ready? Okay, you're now unmuted. Hello, O'Neill B. Who's this?
O'Neill B, are you there, sir?
I hear something in the background, but do you have a
Talk to
mic?
us.
If you don't, I can I hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you're
Yes.
really weak. Just see if you can kind of speak up into the mic a little bit, okay?
Okay, sure.
Much better. Okay,
There you go.
so what's is O'Neill your last name or your first name?
No, first name, last name is Brown.
Brown. Okay, cool. Okay, so O'Neill, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Orlando, Florida.
Cool. Okay, excellent. All right, Mark, take it away.
What was his first name?
O'Neill.
Oh, O'Neill is his first name. Awesome. O'Neill, how you doing, buddy? I actually have a home in Orlando, in Florida,
Oh,
in St.
great.
Petersburg, and that's my favorite place.
Wonderful.
But no, thank you for volunteering. Now, we're just going to go back to that previous slide where we're talking about, you're going to be successful with me. It's easy when you know how, and a lot of you guys are probably saying, well, we don't know how. And so here is an example of that phrase, it's easy when you know how. And there's a reason why I do this example, and I'll come to that in a second. Now, O'Neill, I want you to pick a card from can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
But I do not want you to tell me which card that you have picked. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to play this with the rest of the audience as well. So while you're picking a card, I'm going to try to make every single other person that's listening to this webinar to pick exactly the same card. That's a tall order. That's practically impossible, but I'm going to do that. So have you picked your card? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, that card now is actually going to disappear. Has it gone?
Wow. Yes, it has.
It has. Now we're going to ask the audience to type into the message box if your card has disappeared too. And I'm hoping that every single one of them type in yes, because they've all picked exactly the same card as you have. And if that's true, would you be impressed?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yes,
Mr. Ken Crow.
he says yes. Ethel says yes. Beth says yes. Doriana says yes. Lois says yes. But says yes. DH says yes with a description. Deborah says no. That's interesting.
Okay, now Deborah says no. I'm gonna risk ruining the trick. Okay, I'm gonna risk ruining the trick by going back for one moment, just for Deborah's benefit. Deborah, is your card on this? It should be yes, because you picked it from this. So just very quickly now, you'll see it has disappeared. Can I correct you now? Has it disappeared?
I'm waiting.
Do we get a yes from Deborah?
Alexandrina said no as well. She's not answered yet.
Okay, I'm going to explain to you why no is actually impossible. Okay.
Yeah, that'll take care of
Okay,
DH as well. Okay.
So here now O'Neill, now I'm going to show you how the trick is done. Okay, and once I show you how the trick is done, it's going to be very, very, very simple. Now, the first deck of cards I showed you, the first 5 or 6 cards I showed you are the ones on top. And on the bottom, whichever one you picked, doesn't matter which one you picked, it would have disappeared, because the next set that I showed you were all completely different. But because they're all kings, queens, jacks, and they're all red and black, it's very difficult in that short amount of time to figure out that all 5 of the cards were completely different. So whichever one they picked in the audience, it would have disappeared. Now, a minute ago, it blew everybody's mind, and everybody was like, wow, how the hell did you do that? But now that I've shown you, it's extremely simple, and anybody can do that trick. The point of this, O'Neill and everybody in the audience, is that I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to make money online. And if I show you that in the next 60 minutes, I want every single one of you to start doing that from tomorrow morning, just like you can do this trick. And I kid you not, guys, and I swear to you, and you can pin me up against the wall, if within 60 minutes I have not successfully shown you very, very easily and very simply how you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars online immediately, then you can all have a go at Ken.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I hope you're enjoying the webinar. O'Neill, thank you very much indeed for volunteering. We must get together for a pint when I'm in Orlando. So
Absolutely.
please pass on your contact details to Ken, and it'll be really awesome to connect, because I don't have huge amounts of friends there right now. I'm new to St. Petersburg. I'm going there in January for 3 months. I'm super excited, and let's hook up.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you again for volunteering. Okay, so we move on. By the way, O'Neill will get $400 worth of product on this 10 product DVD. He's going to get meditation, health pack. He's going to get social network marketing, golf basics, pamper your cat and pamper your dog product. You can put an own website up for that. By the end of the webinar, you'll see how you can make a ton of money using these products. There's a stop smoking product there too. So you can have that as a little thank you for volunteering. Now again, on a live presentation at this stage, I would ask for another volunteer. Unfortunately, this is only a live demo and it cannot be done on a webinar, but I will explain to you what happens, so you at least you get an idea of what we do with this live volunteer, live on stage. This demonstration actually shows you the real power of private label rights and resale rights, and how e-products are your cash flow solution. And what we do, we ask for a volunteer, and then I carry on with the rest of the presentation for about 15 or 20 minutes, and the volunteer goes off with my IT partner, and within about 15 or 20 minutes, they have downloaded a product from my library, they've put it up online, they've FTP'd it up online, they've taken a digital camera, taken a face shot of the volunteer, put that up on a sales page. I'm sure you guys have seen sales pages, which has Mr. Tom Brown or Jane Smith, and it says hi from the desk of so and so, and then you carry on with the sales page. So we personalize a product from the library within minutes. We put it up online, and then we show you a very, very simple and a very basic business formula, which is applied to every single sales transaction on a daily basis. You have a product, you have somebody that wants it, and it makes you money. And so we then offer that product, which this volunteer has just created in 20 minutes, to the audience, and it's probably like a $100 product, and we offer it for $5. And again, almost everybody in the audience buys it. And so that volunteer goes off, and if it's if 100 people in the audience have bought it, they go off making $500 within, literally the whole thing is finished within 30 minutes. And that's actual living proof that you can download a product, put it up online, sell it to a room full of people, and walk away with money. Okay, very, very powerful. When people see that, when it's done live in front of you, it's incredible. So basically, e-products, they are really, I would call them a license to print money. And this fact that you can set up your own e-products business that's capable of producing revenues 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while you're sleeping, from as soon as this evening, or whatever time zone you're in, literally the same day, using my library of PLR and resale rights. Now, this is a new slide I've just put in, because this month, there's only a week left in this month, but in the next kind of week to 10 days, I've got a whole new personal development section that's going in. There's tens of thousands of dollars worth of product that are all completely free. They're all going into the library literally within the next week to 10 days.
Oh, nice.
This is a brand new slide I've just put in. This is fresh, clean, awesome personal development section.
Okay, stuff. Okay.
That's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah. I bought just by the way, I spent hundreds of dollars to buy his stuff a few years ago. So I did. I'm just giving value. I'm telling you, I finally met him about a year ago, here in Thailand. So I spent hundreds of dollars on his PLR, and now it's in the library. Love it.
So this is one of many sets of meditation. but fantastic quality stuff. Very, very good quality products, not cheap stuff. And this, I have actually sold this set for $97, but for members it's free. I can't show you all million products. I'm just picking and choosing a few things. There's obviously a lot of social media stuff. This is one of the very popular products of Facebook Profits. I've got this new product, brand new product, because now cloud computing is becoming a multi-billion-dollar revenue business. It's huge. And this is a cloud computing guide. If you want to set up a business and offer hosting so people can back up their computer things to the cloud, this shows you. Really phenomenally easy business. This just gives you an example that this library can be used. If you just use your imagination, you can use this library to make you money in more areas than one. This is, again, brand new product, Infopreneur Academy. It's another section that's just loaded with all kinds of information. Not that the whole library isn't. I mean, the whole library is in Infopreneur Academy, actually. But this is just another little section within a section. Again, it's worth at least $500. No charge for this. This is a new Facebook Marketing Uncovered product that's also going in. Lots of new going in this month, guys. The other side of list building was Russell Brunson's product. Again, similar to Mike Phil, same. He sold this product for $197. He sold thousands of them. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I bought the resale rights for that, and that is also in the library. Just gives you an example. It's outstanding quality and tons. I've got this. Also got a new section. Not new. This has been in there for about 9 months. But it's a whole section on novels. I never used to have novels before, but now I've actually got just reading material, just books. Softback and hardback novel books are in there as well. And this is just a very, very small example of the kind of topics. So if you're into gardening, golf, health, history, hobbies, home, how-to, humor, law, legal, music, philosophy, relationship, religion, romance, programming, science fiction, self-defense, diet, dogs, ebooks, classic ebooks, computers, cookies, and blah, 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 blah. There's the stuff really for over 1,000 niches there. So next question, something you should be thinking about now is, well, why PLR and resale rights? Well, the biggest point that I have to make here is that it speeds up your route to entry and it's instant revenue. That's what attracted me to it. Because the course that I went on for the 3 days, it was quite clear that if I was to create my own product, it was going to take me a long time. Already I'd started to write my own book for the last 8 or 10 years, and I hadn't even gone past the first 5 pages. You can imagine me trying to create my own, even for example, real estate product, which was my specialty. For me to make DVDs, and that's something I would have to do over a period of time. It would take me about a year to have a nice course. It would, you'd update it all the time. You'd keep adding to it. Your own product is never going to be finished and finalized. For you to even get something ready to start offering is going to take a while. So for me, it was brilliant. For a lot of my members, it's fantastic. It speeds up route to entry. Now, it also saves time and money, which are the 2 most valuable assets in any business. It's PLR and resale rights. It's probably the best, quickest, and easiest way to build a list. Guys, you imagine you give people quality product for free, but you just say to them, well, give me your email address and I'll email it to you. The success rate, even till today, right now, and I don't even spend huge amounts of time because I'm concentrating a hell of a lot more on my real estate business. I'm not marketing and building lists as actively as I used to, and I'm still getting about 400 or 500 adding to my list, every week to 10 days, which is huge, and this is just automated. It complements any business of any kind. There's something for any niche. Professionally created, is created by experts. They have sales pages that are written for you. They have graphics that are created for you. It's all done for you, guys. Done for you. Keep that in your head. It's done for you. How fantastic is that? When somebody's done it for you, it's done for you. And you can claim that it's your product, obviously subject to the licenses which you get with every product. Some products you cannot put your name on it, because the author doesn't want you to. And one question, frequently asked question, which I'll answer right now, it's a good time to answer this, is a lot of people say to me, Mark, what if I did put my own brand on a product which the license didn't permit me to do so? And my answer there is that there's nothing that I can do about that. Although my terms and conditions recommend it, and those are my terms and conditions, it's very difficult for me to enforce if you put your own brand and name on a product, because I'm not the author, the creator, or really the ultimate owner of the product. I am only offering in library through a license I have purchased. So really the only person that can actually do anything about that is the author. And that's if he finds out that you have done that. And normally what happens is, if in a billion chance that an author does find out that you've used his product and put your brand on it, what he would do or she would do or what they would do is, initially they would send you an email to say, look, I've seen my product with your brand on it. Can you please remove it? So as an honest answer to that, not that I recommend it, suggest it, encourage it, but if I get asked that question a lot, and the honest answer to that question is there's not a lot that anybody can do about it, but we recommend that you please respect the author, because they've spent a lot of time, effort, energy, and money making that product, and so do as the license says. PLI resale rights has helped more internet millionaires to start up than any other strategy. This is a fact, and it continues to do so regardless of which. You can ask Mike for the same, who has permitted reference to him. This slide is probably one of my best slides in the whole webinar, because to have Mike for the same say, Mark, you know what, buddy, I'm very happy to use for you to use my name, and the reason he does is because he actually started internet marketing using PLI resale rights himself, and when we were discussing this actual using his name on the slide, he actually emailed me his original web page of many moons ago, and we laughed because it looked quite similar to my first page, which is just very basic. Here's 1,000 products for $50 kind of thing, but it's helped more internet millionaires to start up than any other strategy, and that's a fact. Okay, so let's just talk about things like traffic. And the question here is, does internet marketing confuse you? Because it certainly confused the hell out of me when I started. Are you overwhelmed? Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, webinars, affiliate marketing, blogging, article writing, AdSense, AdWords, SEO, CPA, PPC, ABC, ZBQ. I mean, it's enough to drive you nuts. And in England, we say it's enough to drive you doolally, which means, actually, doolally means drives you nuts, drives you bonkers. You end up looking like this, and you get stressed, and you get confused. What a coincidence that I found that picture on the left, and then about 3 years later, I found that picture on the right. And look how similar they are. So I put them together anyway. But again, the message here is, even if it does drive you doolally, if it drives you nuts and you get stressed and confused, don't give up, because you know what? All internet millionaires have been there. All internet marketers have been stressed. They've been confused. They've felt like throwing a towel in half a dozen times, like I have. Don't give up. So what to do? What do you do? Well, there's a telescope. What do you do with the telescope? You stay focused. And you take things step by step. And remember, whether you're online or you're offline, the principle, the concept, the foundation, the basics of any business are the same. So online business is no different to any other business. Making money is not rocket science, so remember that. And as I mentioned to you a little bit earlier, that if you can just remember this very, very simple, very, very basic formula, and there's really nothing other than product, traffic, making you money in the product, and in this case it's going to be not in this case, but product generally is goods and services, and the traffic are the people or the buyer. So if you got a product, got the people buying it, going to make you money. Okay, so now let's look at some revenue streams. How do we make money using PLI and resale rights? Well, you can sell the product on your own little mini site, and most of the products that you'll download will have their own, this is a beautiful phrase, done for you site. Okay, so now here now we start looking at how you be smart. So you don't have to work hard 24/7, building your own websites, building your own sales pages, building your own graphics. It's all done for you. Download a product and it's all there. You can make value bundles. Yeah, be smart about it. Download 50 products, build a website, and offer all 50 like I did. I built a value bundle. I offered the 1,000 products that I downloaded as a bundle, and I sold what I'd paid $750 for $47. You can do the same with the library. You can convert them to CD or DVD. I've done that time and time again. That meditation set, I've sold literally hundreds of those for $97. I download the product from my website, I burn it onto a disk, I give it to a guy from eBay who does 100 copies for $32, so they cost me like 32 cents each. I go to the dollar store, I buy 10 plastic DVD covers for $1. They cost me 10 cents each. I photocopy the cover. So for less than $1, I've now got a beautiful meditation CD, and I can go out and sell that for like $97. Where on earth are you going to get 100 times margin? 100 times your margin. I've done it many, many times. Lots of my members do it. It happens on a daily basis all over the world, right in front of you. Why can't you do it? You can. You can mix and create to make home study courses. You can create mini courses and you can distribute them to your mailing lists. Be smart. You can make physical books. You can download a nice ebook, and I do that with, I've actually done that with the Master Key system. I'll tell you about that in a second. Phenomenal product. Absolutely mind-blowing product. Downloaded it, made a physical book out of it, and I'll show you how I actually done a live event out of that as well and charged $2,997, $3,000. You can add your affiliate link to PLR. These are just a few examples. I mean, I can't put 100 on there. There's just, at least it just gets your thought process going. Now, all these points I've actually used for these points that I make. I've used them as a squeeze page, like I said to you, just to obtain the name and email to build a list. I've used it to promote brand or other products. So if you've got your own product, you can use it to promote your own product. The various ways of doing it. You can do it by offering on a squeeze page. You can offer it as bonuses, add-ons, free gifts, all kinds of stuff. You can use it to add value. Now this is again brilliant. You can use it to JV. Now, for example, look, I'm using my library to do a joint venture with Ken, and you could do the same. You could use my library. You can pick all kinds of products, and you could do a joint venture webinar with somebody else in any kind of niche. Offer the content, offer the product. They'll bring the audience for you, and now you're ready to start selling on webinars instantly, overnight. And I'll show you how one of my customers actually taught me a strategy once he became a member. I'll show you that in a second. One of the slides explains how he did a webinar joint venture with gymnasiums and body shops and made money. So you can split the product as content onto your site. You can make perfect niche bundles like the show offer, and I put here show offer because when I first started, I went into the Ideal Home exhibition, which is a huge exhibition. Tens of thousands of people walk through that show over the weekend. It's like a 10-day Ideal Home show. And I just had a small desk, a small 5 foot by 2 foot desk. I think I can't remember now. It was so many years ago. I think it was about £100 that I paid to exhibit there. I wasn't sure what the response was like. I was new. I took 100 discs with me, and I put 50 social media products in there that were worth a couple of £1,000. And I offered it for sale, and I printed a small list to say, here, this social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, all these kind of products, and I was offering it for £47 or £49. I sold out on the first day by lunchtime, and I went home with £5,000. Now, you imagine I had some more. I could have cleaned up. I could have probably sold more than 500. But there's nothing stopping you guys doing that. You can use this product to up or downsell. If you've already got a website up, yeah, and again, there's another slide that explains how you upsell and downsell, so I'll leave that till a bit later. And you can monetize park domains. So, here, this is that slide now. So, there's loads of examples here. You've got revenue streams, you've got uses, and now on the upsell and downsell, if you just look at this chart for a second. Now, if you just look at the left, look at the top, forget the bottom for a minute, look at the top. On the top left, you've got squeeze page. Now, squeeze page typically is a brief intro or a brief information on the product. It could either be a video or it could be a text. It could be something like, "Hi, my name's Mark. I'm giving you this awesome product. If you just put your name and email address here, and then click, I want it, for example, on the next page. You can download the product or we'll email it to you," something like that. This is very, very either text or video. So then it goes to the offer page, and on that offer page, you'd have the order now button. Or if it's for list building, then it would just be the download button, and then you'd have the thank you and download if it's an offer. Now I've put OTO. OTO is one-time offer. Now, if you're using it as a sales page, for example, which is the order now button and the download, then I recommend, even right now, if you guys have a sales page out there, or you've got a product that you're offering, or products that you've got a website that's selling product, when they've bought something, how many of you are offering another product as an absolute bargain? Hardly any of you. When I ask this question in an audience, I probably get one hand out of 150 that goes up. And I'm surprised why nobody offers another product. Because when you've sold something online, you've had to go through a lot of hurdles and a lot of hoops to get that sale. When 10,000 people look at your website, 5,000 may enter their email address, then 1,000 may go through the next stage. It's like a funnel. So an X amount hit the website, and then a small percentage of that actually end up buying. Now, if you've got somebody that's been through that funnel and they've bought something and they're sat there, and they trust you, they've got their credit card out, they've bought one product, it makes perfect sense to offer another one. And from the library, you could download half a dozen products. You could offer them, say, all right, now that you've just bought something off me for $50 or $500, I don't know how much your product is, whatever you're selling, you can say, look, this is a one-time offer. I'm going to offer you this product for a bargain price. Anyway, you get the drift. And then at each stage, you collect data. Now, if you just look at the bottom half, it's pretty much the same, but instead of the squeeze page, where I've just, as an example, given you the sales or the landing page straight away. And the reason I've done that is because we're going to go on to like a second offer. And I don't recommend that you go more than either a one-time offer or at the most a second-time offer, because then people will just get fed up, and you're just then shoving product down their throat, which is not a good thing. But always offer at least one product, possibly two, but not more than that. If you're not doing it, the first thing you do tomorrow morning before you do anything is offer a second product to your existing webpage. Okay, who knows what affiliate marketing is? Now, can we just have a time check here, Ken?
We've
gone over an hour.
Yeah,
right.
We have. Yeah,
Okay.
you need to sort of ramp things up a little
I've
bit.
still got quite a bit to go. Are we okay? Are your audience okay to listen? Are they enjoying this?
How you guys doing?
Everyone good?
Well, everyone's very busy in the chat, so that's good. We're all very engaged. So keep going.
Okay, I'm going to rush through some of the slides, and this is one that I'm going to rush through a little bit. And basically what this slide is trying to tell you is that if you are at the moment enjoying affiliate marketing and making money from it, you're taking somebody else's product and you're giving them half of your efforts. The product's already, either they've taken somebody else's product, or creating the products that we've all just seen, it's not huge amounts of work. It's not a big deal. I've got 1 million products. It's driving traffic to it, and getting the sale. Now, if you're using somebody else's product to drive traffic and making commission, and you'll be surprised, when I asked this in an audience, hundreds of people put their hands up. Everybody says, oh, yeah, I'm doing affiliate marketing. I drive traffic to people's products and I make 50%. It's fantastic. Well, you're actually doing the hard work and you're giving somebody else 50% of the profit. So now I'm going to show you a way you don't have to do that, because it's ready product. The hard work's already done. All you're doing is trying to the product provider, who's not often the creator of the product, they earn 50% on thousands of sales, and the vendor gets your clients. Now you've given him your client. So how can you make affiliate market better for yourself? You be the vendor, you can be at the top and get those sales. Well, exactly, you've guessed it, with peer-line resale rights. So the affiliates sell and you collect money. So basically you turn that thing on its head, and you have a bunch of products, put them on ClickBank or other similar sites. Or you know what, drive traffic to it as you would anyway, but this time you would keep 100%. You don't have to give 50% to somebody else. You can JV with list owners. They get, you collect. Invite affiliates on social media. All upsell to you. Now, when you sell affiliate, when you do affiliate marketing and somebody buys a product, then the product owner, the creator, or whoever's product you've taken, they'll always upsell, and you don't get anything out of that. Sometimes you do. Some guys are honest and they give you back end, but many people don't, and they certainly won't next week when they're using that list to sell them other stuff. So apart from everything else, when you use the library and you sell your own products, the most valuable thing is you own the list. Do not give your list away to anybody else. And when you do affiliate marketing, that's what you're doing. This is the example that I was talking about earlier about webinars. Now, the question is, who'd like to get involved in making money with webinars? Sure, everybody would. But this strategy, one of my members actually taught me. He said, Mark, you know what I did? I became a member. Now, straight away, he downloaded this ebook called Dynamic Six-Pack Abs. He goes, I knew nothing about six-pack abs whatsoever. He read the book more than once, mastered the topic. He created a PowerPoint presentation on how to have dynamic six-pack abs, mastered the presentation. Now he needed an audience. So he went to local gymnasiums, who obviously have tens of thousands of members, who are not always using the gym regularly or frequently. So he relivened the gym's membership. So he said to the gym, not everybody said yes, but even if he got 2 out of 10, he was happy, because they're mailing out to their whole membership list of 2, 3, 4, or 5,000, and he presented to them, and on his first webinar, $1,200. He obviously does a lot more now, but for his first one, it wasn't too bad. He did another one afterwards. I think he was selling some exclusive pots of royal honey jelly, something for like $100 a pot. And again, he downloaded this beekeeping ebook, learned about beekeeping, and then started selling honey on it. Crazy, but it works for him, and he does it. So, summary: peer-line resale rights, the world's largest e-products library. It's real. You figured that out, right? It's not a course or something that you shelve or you forget about or that you won't have time for. I paid $8,000 for a 3-day course. That's it. Done, finished, dusted. This stays with you for life. It's not something that you get from me just for one weekend. It's straightforward, incredible value. It's one of the best biz ops around that's automated, and it operates from home. Very, very powerful. Now here, again, extremely powerful. Think about this. When you download a product and you sell it and you resell it and you keep all the money, you don't have any production cost. Unlike the likes of Walmart, who every time they sell a bottle of wine, which is branded Walmart but it's made by somebody else, they've got to keep buying that wine. You don't. Once you've downloaded a product, that's it. You've got zero production cost. You have no postage cost. You can deliver the product electronically. It's instant delivery. So if somebody pays, they can download it straight away. You don't have any storage costs. I'm storing and hosting on huge servers that are absolutely fantastically reliable servers, all hosted. It can be accessed by 50,000 members all at once at any one time. You don't have a storage cost. You have no staff to pay. Everything you make is 100% bottom line. And you can access it anytime from anywhere. Whether I'm sat here or I'm going on a detox on Thursday. It's funny, isn't it, Ken? Every time we're doing a webinar, I'm going away.
I was noticing that. I heard
Yeah,
that.
Thursday, I'm going away on a 12-day, 12-day detox, and I'll have my laptop and I'll be able to do business from there. And when I go to my home in Orlando, I can do the same thing. So can you guys. So don't miss the trick, and don't get sidetracked. Okay, now this is the part where I said if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be falling asleep, which I am. But doesn't matter. I have to keep the energy up for you guys.
Are you just telling us that you're boring yourself? And we're engaged and we're enjoying this, and you're boring yourself.
Tiring. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I don't care. I work,
tired.
babe. I work all night with my people. I'm up till 4:30 in the morning taking care of my audience, and they invigorate me. So step up to this.
Oh, you know me and my passion, buddy. I can keep going till 4 o'clock in the morning. So here's a really this is we're coming to the real meat. If there's anything you haven't enjoyed so far, which I'm sure you have, but then now this is really, here's the ingredients for online marketing, right? Now, at this stage, I don't know what to say about mindset. I wish Ken would give me another hour and I could talk to you guys about mindset and how important it is to get this straight before you guys do anything in your life. It's mindset. And by mindset, I don't mean you thinking about something for about 30 seconds on a Saturday morning. When you wake up, you think, oh yeah, I've got to make huge amounts of money this week, and then forget about it. That's not mindset. Mindset is living something 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, visualizing it, focusing on it, and really setting your mind on it. Now, that's one of the biggest ingredients, and I want to show you how you get all these ingredients in a moment, and how you actually, I shouldn't be telling you this at this stage, but I'll show you how you get all these ingredients for free. Yes, no charge, or maybe not no charge, but as a bonus. How's that? That's better. So we've got mindset. You need product for online success. You need traffic, which is the customer's list. Now, it's very important. A lot of people miss this out, but a relationship with that list is very important. I've got a list of 50,000. I give you that list. I say, okay, guys, here's the list, 50,000. Go and start selling. You probably won't be able to sell as well to that list as I can, because you have no relationship with that list, and I do. So it's very important that when you build a list, you create a relationship with that list. It's as important, if not more important, than actually having the list. Okay, another ingredient you need a bit of guidance. You need a bit of coaching. You need the know-how. You need education. Like we said earlier, it's easy when you know how, but how? You need some very basic techie skills. My techie skills are really very, very basic, and I've managed to build this huge online business, and I'm not that techie. You need an autoresponder. You need a proper email management system. You can't do it on Outlook. You can't run a decent online business using Outlook. You cannot do that. You cannot even do it using Gmail. You need a proper email management system. You need somewhere to host. You could probably get away with hosting for a little while, but I think within a couple of months or 3 months at the max, if you're doing well, you're going to need hosting. And you need a payment processor, obviously, to collect the money. You don't need anything other than this. These are your ingredients to online marketing. If you've got this, you've got a pot of gold. And if one of these is missing, you're going to feel the pinch, and you're not going to need anything else. Okay, if anybody tries to sell you something else on top of that, you don't need it. So let's just talk about each product for a moment, and I'll be very brief and quick about this. Mindset is what got me through many challenges, and with the right thought process, you can achieve your desires. That's a fact. This system, the Master Key system, without a doubt, is the best mindset program or system in the world. It's a 24-part course. I've actually sold this for $3,000 to live classes. I've done them here in my home. I've invited my the people who join the course here in our home and have done it here, and it has absolutely changed lives. Really, really fantastic. The law of attraction, the secret, it's originated from the master key system. A huge amount of what Tony Robbins teaches, in fact, pretty much all of his content originates from the master key system. Now, this is a video. If you have pen and paper, please do not go there right now. Stay focused here for a moment. But what I'd like you to do, sometime tomorrow or when this webinar is finished, is to go on YouTube, type in Todd Morgan testimonial, Mark Nathwani, or whatever the case is. You'll see this. This was not rehearsed. I just flicked the camera up and I said, Todd, give us a testimonial. This is a genuine testimonial from his heart. And when you see and hear this, you'll understand how powerful the master key system is.
Was that us?
Okay, the second thing was product.
Was that taken on the cruise with us a couple of years ago? It looks familiar.
Yes, you recognize it.
Thought so.
It was. Yes, that was. That was. Okay, the other ingredient is obviously product. You may well have a product. You'll find that you can never have too much product, and you can never have too much content. And most marketers will talk about PLI and resale rights and product being the key. So product is crucial whether you have it or you don't. I used to say I'm approaching 1 million products. Now I say I've exceeded 1 million products. So you can see, products you can just keep accumulating. It's always good. The other ingredient was traffic. Then that's the target market of the audience or buyers, which basically that's your list. Various ways of getting traffic. Joint ventures is the best lead generation strategy. It's free, instant. Search engine optimization, backlinks, etc. is free. Video, YouTube is brilliant source of traffic, free. Mobile marketing, there's information in the library on mobile marketing, which is, I used to say a little while ago, new. It's not that new now, but still, very exciting. Now, AdWords and media buying, they're instant, but they cost money. And I wouldn't recommend you get involved with AdWords or media buying until you have actually become a master, because you can end up losing your shirt with that stuff. The other ingredient was coaching. You and I know that if you get any kind of coaching for less than $997, it's not going to be anywhere near the best. It's going to be budget. You're going to get what you pay for. So coaching is going to cost you roughly about $1,000. But don't forget, we're going to show you how to get all this stuff at no cost in a moment. Now, the other ingredient was basic techie stuff, right? Now, this Let's Make Money is a brilliant basic techie DVD. Remember when I told you I used to make DVDs for less than $1 and sell them for $100? Well, this is one that I made for less than $1 from my own product, and I have actually sold these for $97 or $197 with resale rights, or $297 with master resale rights. So you could actually sell it to somebody else and give them the rights to resell it. Yeah. And if any of you don't understand the term master resale rights, then I'll take questions and answers at the end, and I'll explain it to you a little bit better. The other thing I was talking to you was the autoresponder. Now, really, this is like, the engine in a car. It's like the heart of the body. Without a proper autoresponder, you can't operate a successful online marketing business, because that's what you're going to use to market, obviously. So autoresponder, very important. And hosting, it can be starting at like $20 all the way up to, could be a couple of $1,000 depending on the size of your service. Then we talked about education. You need to educate yourself. And here's a product. It's a 28-part home study course that educates you on internet marketing. And you can expect, for something like this, you can expect to pay for a decent course about $1,000 to $1,500. Okay, here's another one here. This is like a internet business basics. It's like a basic course compared to the other one. It's more of an advanced course, but again, you're gonna end up spending about $1,000 to $1,500 for that as well. So let's just go through that again very quickly. Mindset, I don't recommend you start without it. Can you mute the mic?
That was wind in your mic. Mike,
No,
Mark.
that was somebody else.
Oh no.
No, that wasn't me. That was
right.
somebody else. Yeah.
Hang on, let me fix that.
Okay, so mindset, don't start without it. Product, whatever is your niche, you need it. Traffic, way to build a list. Coaching, education, basic tech skills. Autoresponder, which is critical. Hosting, you can't start without it. Payment processing, good idea. Now, the question here is, if someone would hand you all this on a plate, could you make money? And I want all of you to say, hell yes, because this is where we really, really get excited, right? Now, guys, again, show of hands or a little bit of interaction. Show of hands, who wants to make smart money with me today?
Deborah says hell yes. Deborah says hell yes.
Hell yes.
Absolutely.
Golden rules. Remember, right in the beginning, I said you value and service. I said right at the beginning that if I don't give you value and I don't give you good service, then I'm not practicing what I'm preaching. So I'm about to blow your socks off. As a loyalty bonus, if you join at the end of this webinar, as a loyalty bonus, remember I told you how you get the products free? I'm going to give you this absolutely mind-blowing master key system with resale rights for free. You can teach it and you can charge $3,997, and I said to you, I've actually charged $3,000. Let's make money. You can have that free as well. That course that I showed you for $1,500, you're going to get that as well. So you're going to get your education. You're going to get every single ingredient, all the way from mindset, basic tech skills, education, coaching. This is my 30-day wealth explosion blueprint coaching DVD. I've sold this and offered this for $997. You're going to get that coaching DVD thrown in for free as well.
And then that's as a digital download. Wait, let me stop you for a second. That's a digital download, right? That's nothing being mailed to you. That's a digital download. Yeah. Make sure that we're clear.
All accessed immediately through online.
Yeah, well,
now, this is one of your favorites, isn't it?
It is, but let me stop for one fast second. So I want to make sure you guys are clear about this. Mark's been talking about DVDs. Remember, he does a lot of stuff that are live events, and at live events when he sells product, he will bring physical products so people can walk away with it at that moment. We're all instant gratification folks, and when you can walk away with a CD or DVD in your hand, it helps sales. And I've done this for over a quarter of a century. So I would travel around all over the US and Canada with boxes and boxes of stuff, and then we ship it and so on. People want physical product. In a digital world like we're in right now, yes, you can absolutely ship something, but understand they're not going to get it for a few days or a week. People want downloads today, this minute. So you'll have access to that material in a downloaded standpoint. I wouldn't mess with physical product, you guys. So when Mark talks CDs and DVDs, it's because he and I are old men. We're from a long time. Okay, so when he says CD or DVD, he means digital. Okay, he means download, and that's going to make things simple for those of you that are faculty at TP Courses, for example. And some people ask, that's our online course delivery platform. We do digital downloads. Someone asked about doing physical. We might at some point offer that, but and so I'm not saying no, but I'd much rather give people the gratification this minute because people are buying to solve a problem, and you're going to be using your content and your products to solve problems for folks. For example, you're looking at the WordPress mastery videos. If you have a problem with WordPress, you want an answer this minute. We had problems this weekend. We didn't want to wait till somebody shipped me a product. We wanted an answer now as to what the heck's going on and why we couldn't get the thing to work right. So anyway, I want to make sure that was clear to you guys so that there's no disconnect in terms of what you can expect, both as to what you're going to deliver to your customer and what Mark's going to deliver to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Now, this is a super, 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 super awesome product. This is an entire 60-part how-to on everything and anything you need to know about WordPress. Now, I have had more than one member who have actually made a fortune just on this product alone. And what they've done is they've watched all the videos, they've mastered it, then they've gone and sold a WordPress website to local businesses up and down the high street and charged them anywhere from 500 to 3,000 to build their website. I mean, I can go on and on and on how many different ways you can use just this product to make money, but you're going to get this included free in the bonus section as well. This wasn't on my earlier videos, but this is just something extra. Now, I said to you that we're going to put those personal development products in. Guys, there's over $25,000 worth of brand new product which is going in just this month alone. And when it goes in, I'll tell you where it's going to be. It's going to be, as you log on the top left-hand side, it's got dates of when the last products were downloaded. We're actually going to create a new bonus section. There's one bonus section there already, and all of this stuff is going to go in the second bonus area, which is being created as we speak. Okay, so this is brand new stuff, and I'm not charging a single cent extra for all of this product. The price is still going to remain exactly the same. Now, this is normally where that live demo returns with the ready website, just in case you're wondering. So, the message now is going to be, look, be real smart. Start a membership e-store immediately. Now, here's an example. If you start I'll give you an example. Health, wealth, nutrition, health, nutrition, and diet is probably one of the largest, most popular niches out there. Now, if you download the health, nutrition, and diet products from my million plus products, I'm sure I must have at least a few hundred, if not approaching 1,000. But there's loads of products to do with health, nutrition, and diet. Now, you could easily create your own world's largest health, nutrition, and diet information site, for example. You could call it the Health Wizard, or whatever the case is. If you charged, say, just simple $10 a month, which is nothing, and you got one new member to sign up every week, which is really peanuts, you're going to build a residual income of $520 per month. Now, if you up that and you got 3 members in a week and you charged $20 per month, you're now building up an income of $3,000 per month. Now, that's simple stuff. It's not difficult. Now, say you reach a total of 250 members, which you could do. I mean, in my first year, I've got now over 3,000 members. In my first year, I was over 250. Now, as soon as you get to 250, and you could realistically achieve that in about, 6 to 9 months. And say you're charging just $20 per month. You've now reached $5,000 per month income. And you could do that in less than a year. That's like $60,000. You can exceed that. Look, this is real genuine snapshots of my own personal PayPal. Now, this one, the 4,001 day, I did that with Russell Brunson. This £57,000, that's like $100,000. I did 2 consecutive webinars, and it was within the same 24-hour period. Like, say, for example, like now I'm doing this one with Ken. And then let's say I did another one tomorrow evening. It would be within that 24-hour period. And this is over for 2 webinars. We did £60,000. That's like $100,000. This is real, actual proof. Now, I need another volunteer. I'm going to ask somebody who understands the power of this so far. Who thinks that this is worth as much as anything else that you've seen so far, if not more. And who'd volunteer to tell us what they can do with this? So can we have somebody?
Alexandrina, you are our
as
winner. Alexandrina is our winner here. Let me unmute you. Yay.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Hello, darling.
She will get that. She will get the products as well. That downloadable DVD, downloadable electronic DVD.
There you go. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, I am here.
Okay, Alex is there.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Listening to you.
Fantastic. Thank you for volunteering. I really appreciate that. So
Okay.
I'm looking for somebody who understands the power of this, who thinks it's worth as much as anything else they've seen so far, and just tell us what you can do with this. What can you do with this?
Create an entire system on health to help my business on offering other gifts, but also following by real good information and using the material which I can sense you have here to educate young people on health aspect, because to me it is one of the biggest problems.
Brilliant. So you believe that this could be very, very useful for you going forward?
Absolutely, because what I struggle now is a time to put out everything which I'm thinking, and I am aware this material already exists, published in a form or another, but I couldn't publish my own and quick, fast, and put on the market. But using your bank of information, I can do it fast.
I like that bank of information. Well done. Thank you very much indeed for that. Thank you for volunteering. I really appreciate that.
Nicely done.
And you know, I do this because it's really important, and it's encouraging for everybody else to hear that from another fellow listener, that you know they've picked up on how powerful that this system is, and they tell you from their heart, you know, without any pre sort of discussions. Moving on very swiftly, very quickly, what others have to say. This is Ray Terrett. He said, spending time with you after working with you has qualified what I first thought about Genie Dream. Genie Dream is the library, by the way. It's on www.geniedream.com. Don't go there right now. So you and your team are the best I've ever worked with. And thank you. Your site is massive and so organized. And on top of that, your help is fantastic. I'd recommend your site. It's the best deal I've ever found on the internet. You've caused me to put up my first website. I'm on the way to the stars. I'll tell your story to all that come to my site. Thank you for your guidance, Ray Terrett. This is Ian Flood. This was a great weekend and great to meet you, Mark. You struck me as a person who really cares about the people on your program and wants to help them succeed. Best wishes, by Ian Flood. This is a very, very exciting, very interesting story. She's actually now married to and just about to be mother of my ex-business partner. They live in Dubai now. She was in the audience at one of my early live events, and it came up to me at the end, filled up the form, and I refused to sell the product to her because she looked to me under 16. She was actually 19, but she looked under 16 to me. There was a major kind of debate about this. She got her father on the phone. Her father then said to me, look, it's fine, you can sell this to her. Then on the invoice in big letters I put, 30-day money back guarantee, so just in case that person I was speaking to, wasn't her father or whatever the case is, and something happened, I could, there was, and she went on to making. Look, Peter Padfield says this is I've copied this from Facebook. He said, Eva, you're awesome. 16 days to £6,000. This girl made $10,000 in the first 2 weeks, and she knew nothing about internet marketing when she bought my library. that's one of the reasons why I didn't even want to sell it to her. And she said, look, I started my journey using Mark's Library 37 days ago, and I've experienced phenomenal success. It's amazing what you can do to achieve if you put your mind to it. So, a young girl like that in a similar situation to where I was when I started, not knowing anything and using the library to make money, it's been, I've got quite a lot of members like that. Again, some more people have said, Mark, you've got an effective, straightforward access to real products 24/7. Another guy says it's very useful, affordable, it's flexible. Somebody else said 1 million free products blew me away. You have some incredible stuff there. Pro, he says, allows you to start or build on your business right now. Starting to make money excites me. Another guy said it's increasing sales already. Somebody else said to me, I wasn't sure when I joined, but I'm glad that I did. This was a brilliant one. He wasn't sure when he joined, and he said, look, I'm glad I did. Another guy said, you're not kidding, Mark, world's largest collection of what? So you guys are probably saying, okay, Mark, fair enough, I like it. I can clearly see, I recognize the opportunity, what a vital tool this is for anyone in business, whether they're on or offline. Tell me, how much is it going to cost to join you and your PLR and Research Rights Library? Well, not so soon. You still have to wait for another couple of slides before I reveal all. I'm going to ask you a question, price or value? How much is it? It shouldn't be the question, guys. It really doesn't matter how much it costs. It really doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why. How much can it make me should really be the question. Now, if you think positively, one sale from all of this product, if you say to yourself, look, one sale from all this product can make me, and now you can substitute across this for even $2,000, because if you just sell one of Mike Filsame's butterfly open source, you could sell that for $19.97, and you've made 2,001. But if you just implement one clever strategy or just one strategic partnership, you can quite easily add a zero to that figure, whether you're on or offline, and you can do that instantly. So let's just have a quick recap. My full library access, if you include the diamond on stage, I would normally sell that for about $19.97. You've got that WordPress business, $500. You've got the PLR video business. You've got the world-leading mindset program. You've got the Let's Make Money DVD. You've got unlimited hosting, by the way, I'm going to give you. I think I forgot to mention that. But you get the hosting. You get the 2 home study courses. You're going to get my investment of way over $300,000. I'm just adding more than $25,000 worth of stuff this month. You've got a total value of just hard cash of $311. Now, if you just place a dollar value for each product, I've got over 1 million products. Even if you just say they're worth $1 each, there's $1 million worth of products, if not more. Surely they're going to be worth more than $1 each. Now, apart from that, there's still even more. There's one mystery gift that I'm going to give everybody at the end of this. That's worth $1,000. That alone would cost you about $5,000. I'm going to tell you what that is a little bit later on. You're also going to get my 30-day wealth creation blueprint. Okay. I've been advised by industry specialists, and in fact, Mike Filsame himself is one of the guys, that's been in internet marketing for many years. He himself has told me, Mark, you're really underselling this. I did a webinar with him, and it just completely blew him away. He said, Mark, if I'd known you were going to charge anywhere near this, I would have stopped you. And he was really very serious. He said, he said, by selling it for less, you're actually making it look cheap, because you should charge at least $5,000 or $500 a month. And let me share with you why I don't do that. And I told him that. And the reason I don't do that is because I'm an event promoter. And, I'm in a great position. And at every event when I promote, I see what you as an audience want and at what price. And I get a lot of people that come up after speaking that, I really like this guy's product, but $5,000 or $10,000, it's just too much. And it is, it's a lot of money. So if I sold for high, I would actually make less sales. I'll give you an example now. Whatever people there are in the audience right now, 50, 100, 150. If I sold this product right now for $10,000, most of you would probably hang up and leave. I may get one. I doubt it, but I may get one. Then if I offered it for 5,000, less of you would sign off, and maybe I'd make a sale. I don't know. Then if we went down to $1,000, I'm sure I'd sell to a lot more, probably more than 10. So I'd make more than $10,000. But then if I went less, and less, I'd get to a stage where what happened at $47 in the room, everybody bought it. Why? Because it was affordable, it was good value, it made sense. So that's why by selling for less, you actually make more sales. The other reason is, look, I want to help lots of people, and not just a handful. Because, you know, I go to events, I speak with my colleagues on stage, and they all say, and this is what I don't like, is they say, I just want to work with 2 of you. Or I'm very busy, I don't have time. I cannot take more than 4 clients on right now, and I've only got 4 spaces left. You know, rubbish. I've got a beautiful system. If I can work with 50 of you, why not? Okay, I've already done the work and created it. It cost me over 300 grand. It's taken me 2 years. I've done what I have to do. It's making me money. So if you can take advantage of it and use it, you know, why not? Okay, so that question, how much can I make from it? Let's just go through that. It made me over $300,000 in my first year. And I'm giving you that on a plate, plus more, because when I started, I didn't have all those other ingredients. I had to learn about them. I had to find them. I had to source them. I had to learn how to use them. I had to put them all together. And still I made this kind of money. I'm giving all of you that. And I've reinvested that in a few years. Then really, what is it worth? Is it worth 5 grand? Of course it is. It's worth way, way above that. Is it worth 12.50? If you don't think it's worth 2.5, sure. If you don't think it's even worth that, what do you think it's worth? Now, you can take the whole lot. Start making income from home, like I do, and thousands all over the world. Now, I'm going to give you unlimited use of this, and it includes all future products. And with Ken, I've devised a way that you can actually have this for life after a little while without even paying for it. That's really exciting. We just came up with that actually as a gospel truth. I'll show you the Skype messages. Ken actually offered you something today which we have never ever done on any of his webinars. Now I've presented for Ken, I think, at least a dozen times, if not more. And today we're going to do something really, really, really special for you. Okay, so instead of $1,500, we're going to charge you $497. This is where you go. But for volunteers, it's $297. But today, and I'll explain to you why we're doing it for the same price for everyone. So I'm going to stop for a minute, and I want all of you to go to totalpreneur.com/PLR right now. And Ken, if they go there, can I still talk? Can they still hear me?
Yeah, they can still hear.
Yeah, so okay, I'm still going to carry on talking while you go there. And I'm just going to explain why we're doing it for this price. And this is a really, really funny, but a genuine true story. And I'm sure Ken's even got the original recording of where this absolute, excuse my language, cock-up mess happened. It worked. It worked in your favor.
Yes, it's
and
true.
we've stuck to it. We've stuck to it ever since. Now, you know what happened? And while you're going to this site now, I'll just explain this really fantastic story. It's really funny that we were offering this product on Ken's webinars all the time for $497, and it sold out. Absolutely sold out.
Yeah.
Everybody bought it, and they all, you know, so far, touch wood today, I think we've probably had out of, I don't know how many, 500 subscribers, maybe a handful of refunds, 1 or 2. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that it does really well at that price. So what I decided to do one day, as a clever Mark Nathwani, is I thought, let's look after the volunteers. And let's give the volunteers a little bit of a discount and offer it to the volunteers for $297. So fantastic. So we said, all right, volunteers $297. But then I thought to myself, literally on the spot, that, crikey, what if one of the volunteers doesn't want it? So I didn't even have a slide ready for this. And I just asked the audience a question. I said, guys, just out of interest, if one of the volunteers doesn't want this for $297, would somebody else take it up? And you know what happened? every single hand shot up, didn't they? Do you remember, Kenny?
I remember. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was nuts.
It was nuts, and I thought, oh my God, what the hell do I do now? And it gets worse. This is what happened.
Yeah.
None of the webinars volunteers refused it. So the 2 or 3 volunteers that we had, they all said, yeah, fine, I'll have it for $297. And now we've got like 47 or 50 something hands go up that all said, if the volunteers don't want it, I want it for that price. Now, how the hell do we let them down? So you know what? Just literally, this all happened like impulse, on the spot. I said to Ken, you know what? Do it for $297, but Ken couldn't do it for that price because his webpage were already set up for $497.
Exactly. It was a technology on the fly. We had to do this.
We had to send everybody to the volunteer section or tell them to press the volunteer button.
We were like, Mark, just keep talking while I figure this stuff out and change the pages. We were dancing.
Hit the volunteer button, and they all paid, and everybody joined up. And then for the next webinar, Ken and I were chatting, and Ken said, Mark, you can't really now go back to the 497. And we were like, crikey, yeah, you're right, because if people find out that they 50, 60, or I don't know how many people there were, they all got it for 297, it doesn't look right. So from that day, we've actually kept it at this stupid price. Now, the other thing Ken has done today is we were just talking about this £10 a month. And Ken said that, look, what if people stop paying the £10 a month? And I said, well, if they stop paying £10 a month, then, they stop getting access. That's the membership fee. So he goes, Mark, look, I want you to do me a favor. He said, after a certain period of time, if they stop paying that 10, I want you to continue offering them the whole website with all the products and updates and everything for free. And I was like, are you kidding me, buddy? Because look, I've just spent more than $25,000 on new products. And that all actually comes from the monthlies. I spend that money back. Anyway, cut a long story short, we were chatting for a little while. And we've agreed, or Ken's asked me to do this. I don't agree with it, but I'll do it. Ken said that, look, and this is true. I'll show you all the Skype messages. It's true, isn't it, Ken? This is exactly what we just discussed.
I was like, you got to do right. You got to do right.
And Ken said, look, if my members pay you for 3 years, then I want you to continue lifetime after that for free.
Yeah.
So I'm going to honor that. So you pay the £10 a month, $10 a month.
$10.
Really,
$10.
So it's $10, $10, which is like £6 per month, which is like £60 for the whole year, which is not a lot. If you pay that for 3 years, then you're going to get completely free for lifetime. So that's it. And to this date, there is not a single member on this entire planet that's got this deal. There are people that have paid at my live presentations, and I've had people on my webinars that have actually paid $1,500. And that's a fact. And you're getting a ton more than what people that paid $1,500 for. So, if any of you do not take it, honestly, I'm just going to call you nuts. So this is where
it really is a great deal, and it got better when I was like, no, Mark, you got to stop the thing. But so you're also going to get all the new stuff that he keeps putting in, which is super important. So I mean,
this is the original slide that got us into trouble. Look, if they don't want it, I'll offer it to someone else who else would like it.
It is. We haven't changed this presentation.
That's the actual slide that got us into trouble.
Oh, because you use
so guys, if you join now,
yeah.
I'm only going to give the mystery bonus to those that have actually gone or are going now and paying. Can we just have a show of hands who's actually gone ahead and become and joined up today? Or can you just type in,
Let's see.
I'm in?
Let's see. Whoever, just put in the chat. So Louise is in, Peter's in, Tim is in, Wendy's in, looks like Bill is in. I'm going back. Eddie is in. David's in. Dan is in. Bill is in. Wow. A lot of you guys.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay.
All of you guys that are in are going to get my mystery bonus. and I'm going to cut that off in a few minutes. I'll just give you another couple of minutes to go there now. So just to remind you what you're going to get. You're going to get full access. You're going to get the WordPress business, the PLR video business, the world's leading mindset program, Let's Make Money DVT, hosting, home study courses. You're going to get million+ products, mystery gift, 30-day wealth creation program. Join now, totalpreneur.com PLR. Get your mystery bonus. For those that see the opportunity, make a decision, take action. Now, also the other thing is, if you're hesitating,
June is in, Dale is in. See, yeah. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read things. I guess June, Dale. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
No worries. Now, subject to you working with me honestly, you're going to get a 100% money back guarantee. It says hide the link. -PLR wouldn't come up.
What orders? I could see orders coming through. So let's see. I'd be in if I had the link. Okay. We can work something out with you, Grazina. The link would default the yeah, 297 page is correct. That's correct.
Can we do a favor for Grazina, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
She wants to come in.
Yeah.
She goes, I want to be in. And she goes, look, I don't want access until I pay, but please, she goes, can you give me 2 weeks? Can we give her 2 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Cool.
For your cat, darling, whatever it takes.
Okay, Grazina,
my cat mom.
You are in.
Yes. You're in. You're good.
Oh, she's paying $4,000 vet bill.
Oh my God. Yeah, you must love your cat.
I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah.
I adopted 2 kittens recently, so I know where you're coming from.
We'll take care of you.
Okay, so we'll hold that for Grizzy. So what we'll do, because the site's actually gonna come down, it won't be available. So when you're ready, Grizina, just give Ken a shout, and I'll put the link up somewhere else, and he'll give you that. He'll give you the URL for that. So yeah, fun. Okay, so you got 100% money back guarantee. If you haven't joined, join. Okay, now here's the mystery gift. In fact, you know what? If some of you are slow, it doesn't matter. We'll keep this on for another few hours, but we're going to move on. So I'll tell you now. The mega mystery gift for action takers is, guys, here. This is what you're going to get. And you know what? You guys go and price this up once you have it. And if anybody quotes you less than $5,000 to build a complete e-store like what I'm going to do for free, you know what? Give me a call, and I'll load you up with extra stuff, because it's just not going to happen. Nobody's going to build you an e-store like the one I'm going to give you for free for really much less change than $4,000 or $5,000. It's a turnkey, done for you, good to go e-store, and it's ready for you to start your own world's largest niche e-store now. You know, I mentioned to you the health, nutrition, and diet store, personal development store, or any topic you can pick. There's so many topics. You can load the products into this e-store. You can start your own membership site. You're really ready to go straight away. So, there you go. If you haven't joined yet, you've got the 100% money back guarantee. You've got the e-store as a mystery gift. Totalpreneur.com PLR. This is what the old store used to look like. The new one just smokes away completely. It holds, I think it comes with, it holds thousands, but it comes with 500 preloaded.
Nice.
Join now, and this is where we say farewell to everybody. I will take questions.
I want to add. No, don't say goodbye yet. I got to add a couple of things.
I'm doing questions.
Yeah, Alex, you are absolutely, and I'm going to give Mark your contact information so he can get you your volunteer stuff. Mark, why don't you go to that page? Go to totalpreneur.com/PLR and share that on your screen while I give some people some perspective here. Because what I want you guys to think about is this: within TP courses, and for some of you that are unfamiliar with TP courses, we develop Totalpreneur courses as what I'm going to say is really the preeminent online course platform for entrepreneurs. So if you want to learn about building a business, growing a business, organizing your business, anything related to creating a lifestyle business where you can do life on your own terms and business on your own terms, that's what TP Courses is all about. So we have courses being developed for us right now on everything from meditation to to setting up your startup, to WordPress, to SEO, you name it. Anyhow, at TP Courses, we want original content. Okay, we want original content. So what we want you to do with the PLR is a couple of things. When you get access to Mark's library, and you should absolutely do that, use what Mark's got in there as a framework for your own content. Okay, in other words, you can't just buy you can't buy Butterfly Marketing and put it up. I mean, Mike Vilsame's product. Mike's already one of our faculty. Okay, so if anyone's going to put it up, it's going to be us or Mike. Okay, you can't do that with Kindle either. Okay, so you've got to have original content. What's original content? It means you start out with the PLR products that are in the library, as I've done in the past many times, and you use that as the bones, if you want, of your content. You use that as the beginning, and then you add your special sauce to all of it. And that's what I'm going to recommend that you do. PLR is fabulous, but just taking PLR and slapping a new cover on it is not the way, in my view, and what we teach, it's not the way it's meant to do. It's meant as a shortcut, as a streamlined way of building your own voice. But let it be your voice, not somebody else's. Okay? So I want to be really clear about that. I want you to do things as quick and easy as you possibly can. One of my first products, which was my credit rebound system, was PLR. I began with PLR, but I changed so much of it that it's not PLR. You'd never find the PLR aspect of it at all. It's mine. But it began that way. So what we did was we started out with the seed, and we grew a tree from it, and it's my tree. That's the idea that I want you to be able to put in place as you build this. Additionally, we want you to be using lead magnets. So in other words, when you publish into TP Courses, and Mark, you're doing heavy breathing here. Either I'm turning you on, or you've got a lot of wind showing up in your mic. So anyway,
I think you've unmuted somebody else.
Let's take a look. I don't think I did. But might have unmuted Alexandrina and not muted her back. Let me double check. Yep. Sorry.
I'll mute mine anyway.
No. I just muted her. It's cool. Sorry about that. Anyway. Lead magnets are super important. We're launching TP Magazine, Totalpreneur Magazine, in about 3 weeks. And you're going to see Totalpreneur Magazine is going to give people the opportunity to take action in every article, in every column that our faculty puts in. What's the action? Well, it could be going straight to buy the course at TP Courses. It could be going to pick up a free lead magnet, which is what we also call an ethical bribe. That could be a special report, or it could be something that's very small, maybe a $37 value, $47 value, even at $7 value report or checklist or something. And you can begin that easily with PLR, easily, okay? Put some of your own best ideas in it, so that way, again, it's your own. But this is a gigantic way of leveraging right now other people's expertise in your own. Now, we showed you Master Key System, and Mark, I'm going to admit that I am so embarrassed about this. Master Key System is phenomenal. I bought it years ago. I mean, it's a great program. I've been through very little of it, candidly, but from what I've seen, it's fantastic. And like so many other things that we buy, I haven't gone through it. However, Master Key System is been around forever. You wouldn't want to rebrand that with your own name. However, you would do a study guide to the Master Key System. You would do an add-on value to the Master Key System. Leverage the notoriety of the history of that program, okay, and add your special sauce. It's like Think and Grow Rich. There's Think and Grow Rich. You would never mess with Think and Grow Rich, but you would add on to that Think and Grow Rich for entrepreneurs, Think and Grow Rich for men over 60, Think and Grow Rich for single women, that sort of thing. That's the way you customize and add value to what already exists and make it your very own. Okay? That's my suggestion for you. This is super duper powerful when you use it the right way. And that way you still brand yourself as being an original. Okay, there's jokers out there that simply put on a new cover and slap on their name, and I've seen some of them even leave the old links in PLR, which is really stupid. You got to make sure you make it yours and make it right. I'll give you a hint. If you were to look at my which website is it now? TotalWealthMakeover.com. There was a bonus that we did, and that was what was it called now? I think it called it The Richest Man in Babylon Post-Crash Edition. Richest Man in Babylon Post-Crash Edition came from PLR that I got from Kai, which, by the way, now is in Mark's library, which I paid Kai, I don't know, it was a few $100s for his library, okay? And so I took his content, and it needed a lot of customization. I needed a lot of customization for me, and now it's my own. but it started as complete PLR. Okay, so you can absolutely use it and do exactly what I'm talking about. It will allow you to be so much more fast in what you're achieving. Okay, so Alexandrina says that's her plan as well. So that's my recommendation, you guys. Leverage the expertise of others. It will save you a whole bunch of time. And at $297, it's a no-brainer to me. I mean, I keep getting PLR stuff sent to me regularly by tons of people, and there's things ranging from $20 a shot to I saw one today for $77 a shot. It adds up. But why not just go to one place for just about everything that's there? Now, there's so much PLR out there. Does Mark have absolutely everything? Of course not. Does that Mark have every topic? Of course not. I searched for business licensing. I didn't see anything. But that's such a unique niche, and that's more B2B. But if you're doing anything with internet marketing, you're doing things relative to personal things like cats and dogs and pet training and whatever, you're going to see just about everything you could ever want in there. Okay, so you're going to find that, I mean, even for chiropractors, I was looking and I found stuff. There was actually a chiropractic video that was in there that we were able to private label. So
I mean, it's not going to have everything. You can go on eBay and they've got like 100 million to 500 million items, and sometimes you look for something and they don't have it. It's one of those things. You can't have everything, but it's got over 1,000 niches.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Let me look. Andrew's got a great question. We can finish it off with. Thanks for the TPC quick background tutorial. Very beneficial. Could you speak to the usability interaction of an actual course from the library and potential customer experience costs associated with an example course? Thanks. Yeah. So Andrew, when I set up my credit rebound system, I found a PLR book that someone had written. It was an ebook. Okay. Now here's the thing about ebooks. They're wonderful, but they've got no value. You think about it. What are you going to spend for an ebook? Very little. But what are you going to spend for video training? Significantly more. So at TP Courses, as an example, we want video courses. Will we take a PDF? Yeah, we will. Not very happily, but we will. And we'll let the sales demonstrate to you that you need to change it. But we want video, even audio too. And when we upload videos, we're adding a piece that will automatically strip off the audio, so it's a separate download. Video makes money. It has a much more implied value. So take an ebook from Mark's course. Okay. Ebooks can have multiple chapters. Take the chapters out and turn each one of those chapters into a video with your own special sauce. It allows you to update it. It allows you to customize it. It allows it to be used in your own language so that it's talking as you. And then either you can do it as a talking head to the camera. You can do a PowerPoint video, as many people do. And by the way, if you don't want to do talking head, you can have someone else perform it for you. But that's what I'm going to suggest. Heck, you can have someone interview you and just go with the talking points that come from each of those chapters. That gives you an easy way to make a course very, very rapidly in TP course format, which is specific modules and units. Okay, and that's going to give far more value and far more quality than just, as Grazina said, PLR with a new cover is total cock up. So that gives you the ability to customize it as your very own. And of course, Andrew, as you do it in your own voice, of course it's yours. Of course it's yours. It has so much more value that way. So that's my recommendation with just about every PLR thing you can find. Now if there's PLR videos, what I've done with videos that are already there for you as PLR, I've done a couple things. If they're really good, then what I do is I slap a beginning on it. And I do a leader and a trailer. But maybe say, hey guys, a member of our team put this together for us. You're going to love it. And that's PLR for me. Or what I've done is I've transcribed them and I've redone the audio on it and left the screenshots the same, so it's still my voice. I've done it both ways. So the key is to really provide as much value as you can and customize for you. The meditation ones, I don't mess with the meditation ones, meaning I don't edit them. I mean, that's meditation stuff. That's I mean, if they're done and they're what's the word I'm looking for? Hypnosis. I will just do an introduction at the front saying, you'll love this hypnosis stuff. We set it up just for you. We brought in one of our hypnosis experts and leave it that way. Okay. You want to use PLR to accent and highlight what your expertise is in the areas that you want to be known for. For hypnosis, I'd be a fool to say this is my own personal hypnosis thing unless I've developed it, right? Or work with someone to do it. In this case, I'm working with the developer that already created it and we're delivering it, you see. So we have a bunch of hypnosis stuff that we have done in the past, given away as bonuses. why not? We can sell it too, but we've used it as bonuses for the most part. So hopefully that helps you understand my mindset for using this. It's really powerful. And you'll find that if you got the right bonuses, for example, bonuses will sell your product sometimes better than the product will sell itself. So come up with some really sexy bonuses, use PLR to begin that process. Again, customize it yourself, and you're in great shape. So that's why I'm so happy to keep having Mark come back, because everybody needs to know this and implement. It's a faster and speedier way to get content done with quality. What about Reiki? I love Reiki. Hard to teach. Well, Reiki you might be able to teach by video, but of course, I think Reiki is an experiential teach. But if I don't know if Mark, I just closed out the site because I was looking at it before. I'm not sure if there's any Reiki content on there. I'm sure there's massage content on there. Not that Reiki has nothing to do with massage, but it's a similar kind of buyer, somebody that's open to new age healing.
Yeah. We have Reiki in there.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you'll have something to play with for sure. Any other questions, you guys? I know we've gone a bit long, and I apologize, but you guys have been engaged. So, so there we go. Let me take a look here. So yeah, we got a bunch more of you that said you're in. That's fantastic. So Louise is here with us. Fantastic. So yeah, a lot of you guys. We have people from all over the world today just signed up. I'm just scanning real quickly. We've got Jarvis Creek, Victoria, with us today. We've got the U.S. We've got Canada. We have someone in from Greece. So fantastic. This is our world is all giant. Louise says she's in the site, and oh, very good question, Louise. This is really important. I'm in the site, and I gather you pay for each product you want to download and resell. No, Louise, this got me confused too when I first got into Mark's thing. When you get into the course, this is important for all of you guys. When you get into the actual platform, it will show you prices for everything, and you put together an order, and then it will zero out. But it shows all prices because Mark's system defaults to his shopping cart. Okay, so when you download yourself, it will come out with a zero total, and you'll get an invoice for zero. I know it may seem a little bit confusing, so my apologies on that.
Yeah, you don't pay for anything. It's all free. Doesn't matter what the prices are. We've just put like 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks but it's just all free.
Yeah. So like I said, it will show a dollar amount even as you add to cart. But when you go to actually check out, it will zero out. My team was freaking out when I was like, get this, and this, and they're like, but we need a credit card. I'm like, no, you don't. So no problem, Louise. Thanks for raising that up. I really appreciate that. So Betson from the Gold Coast, fantastic. We have a lot of Australians here today playing. That's fantastic. My peeps, I love it. So great. Any other questions, you guys? And where do we access the bonus? Do they get sent through your email? That's a good question Louise asked, Mark.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Yeah, all the bonuses are in a section. If you look at the top, right by your name, it says bonus.
That would be
If you go to the bonus area, they're all right there.
That would be a good hint. I like that. So, okay, great. So it's in the site for you already right now, Louise. So that's fantastic. Cool. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? Okay, well then let me, what is the site we go to access? Oh, Beth, simple. You go to totalpreneur.com/PLR. I'll put it in the chat box one more time. Totalpreneur.com/PLR. Yeah, this, honest to God, guys, when I tell you this is the stuff that I use that began me, and frankly, it's stuff that we still play with. We still use PLR. I buy PL. I still buy some PLR. I don't know what I get stuff from Mark's, but I know some people that have stuff that Mark has not been able to convince to put in their library because they want to do their own thing. So I still got another PLR. But why would you do that when you're first getting started? So Beth said she's on board. Fantastic. Beth Green says, can't wait for the replay. I'm going to recommend you to everyone on my list. You're not just experts on the topic, but genuine human beings with big hearts and a sense of humor. Oh, thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. We love what we do. We love what we do. And as I said, I use this. So I want to be able to share when I do marketing and I promote stuff to you guys, I do it because it's something that interests me and I think would interest you. It's really that simple. We practice at the Institute, we practice the golden rule, and what's good enough for me, hopefully is good enough for you. We're not going to send you junk that we think is junk. It's just not going to happen. So we picked up a bunch of stuff out of Mark's library. We certainly got more than our money's worth out of it, as you will. And I encourage you to use this again as a stepping stone for your content. And if you have not yet, for those of you that weren't familiar with TP Courses, you can go to tpcourses.com and get familiar with what we're all about. Start with, join us as faculty. We'll teach you how to market your courses, get them up on the platform, and go from there. We have an amazing group of people. The site is still in beta. We're going live to the public in a big launch in February. But I got to tell you, you're going to love what we're doing. Using Mark's system, using Mark's program and the library will help jumpstart you. So that's, again, why I want to bring this to you guys today. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Mark, it is a pleasure, as always, to have you stay up in the middle of the night. I'm so glad that you showed us your chops today.
Thank you, Ken. Really always enjoy being on your webinars. Always. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. And even though it's 3:30 in the morning right now, I'm very happy.
I'm teasing you because I've started coaching calls. For 3 months, we did our Trailblazer calls at 4 a.m. for me. And then I've done.
No way.
Oh, truly, yeah. For 3 months, I did that to serve my people in Switzerland.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. And yep, there's the cat. You saw it. And yeah, and I've done that, and I did it specifically so that way if someone ever whined at me and said, "Well, it's the middle of the night," I'm like, you know what? Get a life, because I'm getting up for you. So shut up. And
by the way, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I'm visiting your part of the world in April or May.
Really? Okay, cool.
In April, probably April. Yeah. I'm going to go to some of the health spas and detox centers there.
Oh, cool. Well, let me know. I should be around. I think it may be May, June. I go to Israel, but I think I should be around April. I'm at Infusion Con in the States, and then from there, God knows where I'll be. But let me know, and we'll talk offline, because I want to talk to you about World Love Week as well. We have a lot of stuff going on that you need to play with. So,
cool.
All right, you guys.
So guys, those that haven't joined, we are. Let me just go back to.
Yeah.
totalpreneur.com/PLR. You have to do it. You've got a money back guarantee, even if it means you just join to have a look. Just download some products. Just see how easy it is. If you do not like it, you will get 100% of your money back.
Yep, we stand behind everything.
I'm very happy and confident to say that, because those that do go and have a look, they never go back, and they never say I want my money back. No, nobody's ever done that. So
Mark, would you jump in the I'm interrupting you. I apologize. Would you jump into the chat and give Louise your support line, your support email? She's having she's having a little challenge logging in. I want to make sure she's set up right.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, Mark, change your schedule. Change your screen, Mark. Your email showing.
Okay.
Your email showing. There you go. just freeze your screen. You can just pause your screen.
Freeze. Okay. Screen freeze. Okay. Now we need to find.
Yeah. Beth's having a little challenge now. I don't know why. I logged in earlier, like just actually during the seminar, because people were asking me if certain things were in there or not. So I logged into my account. So Beth and Louise are having a little challenge. So I want to make sure that they're
okay. So Beth, now once you went to the 297, did you get the Genie Dream sign up page?
Let's see what she said here.
She did. Then you need to check your junk or spam email, because you will get an email from Genie Dream with your username and password. Did you get an email to say confirm?
Let's see. Waiting to see.
No, there you go. So if you just check your junk and spam, it'll probably have gone in there. You'll get an email which will have your username and password, and then you can just log on to. It's www.geniedream. I'll just type it here.
.com. Yeah, I've been in there.
.com.
Yeah, Louise, check too. No problem. Yeah, we want to make sure you're in, because it should be pretty simple.
Yeah, and if you need help and you need to email me, just email me on my email ID, which I'll put in here. Won't let me type in here. Can you type in my email address, Ken?
Sure, I can do that. Let me stick it in the. Hey, Jason. Let me see. Let me put that into the chat for you guys, Louise and Beth. Sending that to you and sending Beth. I'm going to give you his email address as well, so you've got it too. If there's any questions, that's going to be the best.
You can just punch in mark@marknathwani.com and they can email you straight on.
Did. I just put it into them directly.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Sorry,
Jason says, love the presentation. Thank you, Jason. Loved your presentation too. And thanks for giving. We're checking on that screenshot you sent. By the way, are you on? Jason, answer me. Are you on Android or iPhone? Okay. Andrew says, totally enjoyed the webinar. Great to learn about your product markets. It's spooky, prescient. Ooh, prescient, and limitless in its reach and possibilities. Andrew, I have to send you 25 cents for that word, prescient. Excellent. We just lost power again out here. Good God. And you're on our iPhone. Okay. I'll check on that. Thank you. You live in I forget, you're in America or you're Vancouver. I forget. You should have decent power.
DH says you still haven't guessed my card.
Oh, yeah. I told DH, I said, give it a rest. I sent him a tag.
Whichever card you picked has disappeared because they were all different.
I know. Well, he thinks you said, did you you were going to guess their card. I don't think that's what you ever asked. I don't remember exactly what you said. I'm in, many thanks. Oh, great. Elise is in. Fantastic. Great. Super good. Okay. All right.
There's a little short video that shows you a quick navigation around the site too. You can watch that if you like.
Okay. Well, then, if we're good, let's see. We're in Microsoft country. Oh, gotcha. So they're eating up all the power. All right. Well, I'll let you guys run. I know it's late for you guys on the East Coast, still early if you're on the West Coast, and Mark's going to go out for breakfast now, I think. So you're in Bellevue. Great.
Guys, you've all thanked me, and I appreciate that. Now it's time for me to thank you. Thank you guys very much for being on the webinar. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay in touch with Ken if you have any questions. Feel free to add me to Facebook. Yeah, there you go. The site's going to go off at I was going to say midnight. It's gone midnight, so whenever in a few hours. So do sign up.
Mark, what we'll do is rather than turn the site off, what let's do is just raise prices. So let's go to like a $4.97 in in whatever time you and I'll talk offline, and that way, so if people still want it, we can, because I don't want to take it down, because we're gonna actually, we're gonna have a replay for people too. We got to talk about that just so that we're in integrity. So you and I need to figure that out just so that we're cool. All right, so you get some sleep and you and I can talk tomorrow, because I'm not going to have the replay available for a few hours anyway.
Cool.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right. Guys. Take it easy.
Guys, thank you all very much. Good night, all. Thanks. And for those of you in Oz, have a great afternoon. Victoria, New South Wales, and I think that's all we have is Victoria and NSW. Thank you, guys, and Gold Coast. Can I get... yes, Jason, you can. Yes, Jason, you can. Okay. All right. Talk to you kids later.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ken. I'm leaving the webinar.
Me too. Good night, everybody.
Have a good day.
Bye.